Hey everyone, so today I wanted to kind of talk about our goals, our financial goals for this year, for 2016. I know we're a month in, but I just have not had a chance to record this, so now I am. Basically, so I kind of wanted, last year our goal was to kind of just be able to budget every month and just make it through the year on a budget. So this year I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit and have some new goals for us. Both my husband and I have agreed on these goals. Um, the first and foremost, our number one goal is to become debt free. We should, if everything goes accordingly, be debt free in June. I will not be upset if that's later, just as long as it's this year. But I'm really excited about that. But we still have to work. We still have a good chunk of debt. We still have about $9,000 left to pay. So I really we still need to budget and stick to our budget and really hit it hard and get that paid off. So it's definitely a goal of ours, is just to work together and work really hard to get that paid off. And then our second goal is, once that's done, is obviously to move on to the next baby step, which is to make a savings fund of or emergency fund for 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, and that will definitely take us the rest of the year to do if we get this done in June. But I think it's going to take us so long because I'm going to do at least 6 months worth. Just because we are wanting to have a baby somewhat soon. I mean, it probably won't be until next year, but I don't know, I'm one of those people, I'm definitely a saver, I'm a nerd, so it just makes me more comfortable having a certain amount of money in our bank account. It's kind of like my security blanket, so I really want to hit that dollar amount and have that saved this year. I'm going to try really, really hard. Once we're out of debt, we're going to still stick to our budget and everything, and we'll treat ourselves a little bit just to reward us for sticking through this for a year and a half. It's been almost a year now, but by the time we pay off debt, it'll be a year and a half. So kind of reward ourselves for getting through this and paying our debt off, but then after that, kind of still hit that emergency fund really hard and get it filled, so we don't have to worry about that anymore, and we don't have to worry about if our car breaks down or something like that. So that is definitely our second goal of the year. And then our third goal of the year is to actually I want to meet with a financial planner. At my job, I do not have retirement benefits. I work for a nonprofit, so I just don't receive that. My husband does, and he has to put money into his retirement, so we never ended that. I know Dave Ramsey says, stop everything until you pay off your debt. He didn't have a choice, so my husband is still putting stuff into retirement, but once everything is done, our debt is paid off, I kind of, maybe later this fall, want to meet with an ELP financial planner and just kind of talk to them about what our options are, and kind of get the ball rolling on that, and so we can kind of see, once our emergency fund is fully funded, kind of what our new budget is, if that makes sense. So Dave wants you to put in 15% into retirement, so kind of what does that look like for us, and are we putting this money into the right accounts and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just really anxious to talk to someone who knows what they're talking about. I am an accountant, but I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. I can talk about taxes all day, but and bookkeeping and stuff, but when it comes to retirement and financial planning and stocks and bonds and mutual funds and all that kind of stuff, I know what they are, but I don't really know what you're supposed to do with them money-wise. So I really want to talk to someone who knows what they're talking about, but that also follows what Dave Ramsey is doing, because he clearly knows what he's talking about. I know I've had a lot of people disagree with me on that on my videos, but he's doing something right. He has all these followers and all these people who are becoming millionaires following him. So I kind of want to follow in that and just see what happens. We're young enough to get into some aggressive funds and stuff, so we'll just see what happens. I will definitely do a video later on after we've seen someone and kind of talk to you about what they talked about with us. And I know I've had a few people ask if I'd ever been to one before, and the answer is no. I've not ever been to an ELP. I did mention in a video before this that I actually worked for an ELP. He was a tax preparer. Before we moved to where we live now, we lived up in Dallas, and so I worked for an ELP up there, and he was totally awesome. He was a great guy, and definitely respected him on his views, and he's just he was really good. And then we have a few friends who've been to a few ELPs for financial planning, and they've had just about all good experiences. They just said, like, word of advice is to just really pay attention to what they're saying and make sure it's following Dave Ramsey. They did go to one who kind of didn't follow Dave Ramsey all the way, and she almost reported him because of the things he was talking about and wanting them to do. Things ended up turning around, and they actually still go to that person, so it worked out okay. But just be aware of what they're talking to you. Be aware of Dave's teachings, and make sure that's what they're wanting you to do, and that's what they're following, instead of going a completely different route. But anyways, those are our 3 financial goals for the year. I would love to hear what y'all's financial goals are for this year. What you plan on doing. Are you planning on getting out of debt this year? Are you planning on just making sure you stick to that budget every single month? Are you making sure your savings is full? Are you saving for a house? What are you doing? I like to hear about y'all. I love talking to y'all. I try to respond to just about every comment I get. It is hard to do, but I will try my best. So if you have questions or comments or anything, please let me know. I will try my best to answer you, and I'll try to answer you pretty quickly. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.